Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston, and I've only been home from the road for about a week or so, and if you remember when I was on the road, I made a video and I was talking about this. I'm pulled over right now. I had to make something to eat. I just passed into another time zone. You see that? Mountain House, baby. I don't stop at fancy restaurants. Speaking of Mountain House, the word has just come out that Wise Foods, Wise makes they make freeze-dried survival prepper food, and it just came out that they are handing over all their customers' names and information to the government. Now, that bummed a lot of people out. Now, if you followed me since the beginning of the channel, you know that I use this stuff all the time. So what can you do? Check this out. These guys actually follow my channel. And I talked to the owner, and they don't give up your information whatsoever at all. Not only that, they've hooked up all my subscribers with this special website, and this works out really well. You get a 2-week food kit to get you started. They're available right now for $75 when you go to this website right here. These food kits from Patriot Supply include meals that last up to 25 years in storage for real. Breakfast, lunch, and dinners, and they ship them discreetly. So, link will be in the description. You guys asked, here's the answer. It worked out really, really well. Grown and packed in the USA, 25-year guarantee for real. And these guys aren't some enormous corporations. They're your fellow subscribers. At any rate, Richie from Boston, check this out. Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's the 25th. It's March. It's 2019. And I'm going to show you a video that I put up in October of 2018 because you're going to need this for reference. Check this out. You know what's funny? And I mean, it is hilarious. Today's the 17th of October, and it's 2018, and you're looking at a video that I put up in 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, talking about the solar simulators and the sun simulation satellites or redirecting satellites that Boeing, Northrop Grumman, the military, the Illuminati, all sorts of different corporations have access to. And I'm showing you one right here in a Boeing commercial that came out in 2017, where they're clearly showing the sun's up here, it's being redirected and pointed elsewhere. Well, this could also be used as a weapon to roast a town, correct? And a lot of people understand it, a lot of people get it, because a lot of people freeze their asses off in the middle of the night, standing outside like a jerk-off with a camera pointing at the moon to get video for people that don't care, like myself. And then other people simply laugh this and wave this. You're an idiot. That's a conspiracy. That's so stupid. I can't believe how dumb you are. Even when you show them video of sun simulators and then you show the corresponding patents that go along with it. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely all over the place. It's no big deal. Well, here's one for you. Apparently, the technology to do this is so widespread and so well known throughout the industry that China, you know, the place that used to be a third world country, the place that Britain literally strung an entire nation out on heroin, the country that our government officials, quote unquote, have been handing over top secret blueprint so that the military in China can be a direct duplicate of the military in the United States, except bigger and more well-manned by people that aren't pussies. They're launching an artificial moon into orbit. Okay, so you see what I'm saying. Back in October, I told you about the satellite moon that China was going to launch. Well, this is a YouTube channel called Waiting for Jesus Christ, and she put this video up several days ago. I commented on it. The Potter's Clay ran it as well. Now, I've spent a lot of time outside videotaping the sky, sun, moon, and stars. You see what I'm saying? I do it absolutely every place I go. I can't help but notice it. Sometimes I hope that me pointing my camera up will get people to wonder what it is I'm photographing. Usually it doesn't, but I digress. I do it in the morning, I do it in the evening, I do it in the afternoon. I'm always videotaping, looking through binoculars or looking through the telescope at the moon. So when I saw this woman's video, the first thing I thought of is it's a lens flare, obviously. But the problem is that she's got a lot of subscribers, and this is just a straight up regular woman. She's not looking for fame. She's not looking for notoriety, anything like that whatsoever at all. And I've tried to duplicate what she's doing right here. The camera's all over the place, but she's videotaping the moon, the bright orb right here that's actually lighting up the clouds around it. I know it's a really small video, but what are you going to do? But in the background, you can clearly see what appears to be another moon. Now, I've looked through all my footage, which is why it's taken me this long to put this video up. I went through all my moon footage and saw if I could find anything even similar. And I've got a lot of video where I'm videotaping the moon and it's completely out of focus. It's really bad. It's overlit. You can't see anything on it. But never once at all have I seen this. Now, I'm going to bring this verse up again. I've had this verse, Luke 21:25 through 26, stuck in my head for years. There will be signs in the sun, moon, and stars on the earth. Nations will be in anguish and perplexity at the roaring and tossing of the sea. People will faint from terror. Apprehension of what is coming on the world, for the heavenly bodies, will be shaken. So you take this video, okay? Once again, this is Waiting for Jesus Christ YouTube channel. I don't think she's trying anything funny here, and I cannot reproduce this whatsoever at all. It clearly looks, I mean, I know that they're moving in lockstep, but that's because her camera is bouncing around, so these should move in lockstep. That's the moon, and then she never actually gets to focus in. That's the only thing that bums me out. She never focuses in on this whatsoever at all, which is something I would have tried to do. But these are clearly two separate entities. Now, this is all over the place, absolutely all over the place. China is launching an artificial moon into orbit to help cut down on cost, etc., etc., etc. The funny thing about this is the only picture they ever offer. They don't show the satellite, they don't show the artificial moon whatsoever at all. And this is a pretty big story. I mean, it's all over the place, and it has been all over the place. Do you see what I'm saying? So you take this, and you take this, and then you keep that Bible verse in mind. And let's not forget about the story I told you about the other day, where the Concordia transmission artist will be launching a high frequency project in Alaska. Now, explaining this art display is impossible. This woman right here is going to take code frequencies that you can see streaming on this computer in front of her. She will be embedding encoded SSTV images, audio compositions, and propagation test into IRR experiments. So she's basically going to, I mean, I've already gone over this ad nauseum for the most part, but they're going to be bumping stuff, they're going to be shooting stuff into the absolutely unbelievably thickly chemtrailed skies that we have, because it is unbelievable how much they're spraying. So she's going to be shooting frequencies, codes, and other things to try to get something to show up in the ionosphere. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever at all. But the weird thing is the things that she decided to say. From Arctic wolves meeting the aurora to poetic texts written in Morse code and the NATO phonetic alphabet. The mode is covered by this transmission artwork address related to military research, surveillance, political territories, ionospheric science, and conspiracy theories. Military, surveillance, conspiracy theories. She'll be, as they say, embedding ghosts into the airwaves. Well, is this what would be considered a ghost? Is this what all this is about? Is this why they keep telling us that China is going to be launching an artificial moon? So that way, if you happen to see something like this, oh, that's no big deal. It's just China launching an artificial moon. even though they do not show one crumb of anything. They don't show them building this apparatus. They don't show them getting it ready for launch. They don't show anything like this. They're just telling us there's going to be another celestial body in the sky reflecting light so everybody can save on electricity. And nobody gives an F. Do you know what I'm saying? Nobody seems to think that this is a big deal. According to their biggest complaint, let me show you this young lady. This is a highly mainstream YouTube channel that's talking about the Earth will soon have 2 moons. And then they show this apparatus right here, and then this lovely young lady's discussing things, blah, blah, blah. And then they show the images. This will be the new night sky, no big deal. There is no outcry, there is no uproar, there is no nothing. And there's no proof that they're even doing this in a physical manner whatsoever at all, which is why I lead you back to this. I believe they're covering their tracks with this. They're going to put false signs and moons in the heavens. Do you see what I'm saying? They're going to use HAARP just like we always suspected they would. I believe Project Bluebeam is incredibly outdated. They've got technology that is far and away completely and totally different. But is this why all the propaganda? Because it's everywhere. And it's been everywhere. It's funny that something shows up on my channel and then months later it shows up in the mainstream, but I'm crazy somehow. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm crazy somehow. When you watch this mainstream video, the only thing they really have any concern about isn't the fact that they're messing with the gravitational pulls, the tides, all these other alleged things that the moon affects, according to NASA. According to NASA. Their biggest concern is pandas, coral. Do you see what I mean? No big deal the fact that they're going to put another giant item made in China. Let me explain something to you. China is the industrial arm of the Illuminati, of the New World Order. So if we didn't put one of these up here first, China can't put it up there second. They simply rip, burn our technology after our politicians that people vote for hand it all over to them for large bags of money, gold, uranium, children's tears, etc., etc., etc. So, long story short, don't let these people fool you. Do you see what I mean? I believe this woman may have absolutely, without a doubt, captured what these people are telling us is coming. But I digress. And for anybody that tries this in the future, next time you see something like this, lean against a fence post or on the fender of a car. Stop your camera from bouncing all over the place because this could have been incredibly important. It's still good, but still. If you see 2 suns, you see 2 moons, you see 2 anything in the sky that doesn't belong there, steady your camera. I'm out.